How's it going, YouTube? I decided to make this video because, well, the YouTube community has given me a lot, especially when it comes to fixing cars. So I decided to make one video because, yeah, it's time to give back, man. On top of that, I couldn't find anything on this. So I got a 2016 F-150 Ecoboost 2.7, and I kept getting the code. It was P1015. The wastegate pressure was low, and I couldn't figure out what it was, so I looked it up online, and I guess I called the dealership and this and that, and they all gave me different names. So that part that you see right there, that's that white sticker, that's the part right there that I replaced. And the dealership will say it's a EGR solenoid, and it is connected to the wastegate by that tube right there, that hose that you see. I don't know if you can see it. There's 3 hoses that connect to it, and one of the hoses connects to both the wastegates on both sides. And I put a vacuum to it, a vacuum pump to it, and the wastegates work just fine. There was no leak on it, so good thing it wasn't the hoses. It ended up being this part right here. This is what it looks like. This is the old one, and that's the original part number right there. But if you give that part number to the dealership, they might not be able to find it. So this is the new part number, or at least this is the part number they gave me right here. This is the box. That's it right there. The problem with this, obviously, I mean, it started to fail, but just having the ignition on, this thing was heating up like crazy, as if I was running the engine all day. I came in, I think last week Saturday. The car or the truck was at a cold start. You know, it was overnight. So I wanted to scan it. I used my scanner. I had the ignition on, engine off, and when I touched this thing, it was just hotter than hell, man. I couldn't believe it. So I was like, all right, this might be the issue right here. So I ended up swapping it out, and before you know it, fix the problem right away. So that's what it looks like. This thing right here is very sturdy. The new one didn't feel so sturdy. So when you remove them hoses, be extremely careful pulling them out and putting them back in. If you know anything about plastic parts, they bust. They like to bust like right there. So be extremely careful with that. But this fixed my issue. I kept seeing a lot of things online where they were swapping out turbos and this and that, and I was like, man, I ain't swapping out my turbos. I mean, I will one day, but not today, right? So anyways, this was the issue. It's fixed it. I cleared the codes, and I've driven it for like, I think the last hour or 2, and nothing's popped up, which is great. So alright folks, hopefully that helps somebody out there.